وهو مات.
هل حصلت على الرمز؟
هو لم يتكلم.
ارميه بالبحر وابحث عن القبطان. سأتوالى الاستجواب شخصيا هذه المرة. إنهم قادمون. جهز الرجال.
Coming off the incredible Siphon Filter Dark Mirror, Sony Ben didn't really have to do much to keep me impressed. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how impressed I was with Dark Mirror. Well, actually, I've already done that. You can go ahead and check out last week's review if you want more information on that game. But when it was announced that there was going to be a follow-up to Dark Mirror, I was extremely excited. When I got my hands on a review copy prior to release, I was even happier, as the game not only matched the greatness that was Dark Mirror, it actually surpassed it. Siphon Filter Logan Shadow picks up right where Dark Mirror left off. The graphics and audio are about the same as from the previous game, meaning top-notch. The difference here is that the graphics are more varied. The locations in which the game take place are also more diverse, and overall you get the impression that this is just a nicer looking, more fleshed out game than its predecessor. Considering the game was released just about a year after Dark Mirror, that's extremely surprising. What originally hurt Dark Mirror was the fact that Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops was released around the same time, and that game featured an absolutely wicked storyline, whereas Dark Mirror's narrative was a bit lacking, like I mentioned last week. Sony Ben rectified this situation by bringing in Greg Rucka to write Logan Shadow, and boy, what a difference. This plot is full of mystery, intrigue, and suspense. It's an all-around fantastic tale that keeps you wanting to come back for more each and every time you put your PSP down. Everything you loved about Dark Mirror is back, and better than before. The same fluid controls return, although they're even tighter than the last game. There's also more mission variety thanks to different gameplay options, and the overall feel of the game is just that much better. Minor tweaks like regenerating health have been added, which make the game feel much more modern than the previous one, where you had to find health packs. There are also small QuickTime events you have to do in order to attach things like cables to debris to get them out of the way, to open stubborn doors, and more. Again, these are all modern day touches that help make the game feel so much better than your standard portable experience, and sort of bridging that gap to a AAA console release. Sony Ben also added blind fire while hiding behind objects, the ability to use enemies as human shields like in the Metal Gear Solid series, and the developer even added some absolutely awesome underwater stages which are a blast. This is hands down a must-have PSP game if you enjoy action games. There are very few other games on the platform that are this well put together and this fun to play. Returning to this game in 2016 for this review, I was really surprised by the jump in quality given such a short development time. This game could have easily been a letdown or a quick cash grab, but instead it turned out to be one of the defining games on the platform. And considering the sheer volume of excellent titles on the PSP, that's saying something. Not content with putting out a stellar single-player game, Logan Shadow also had a wealth of online options when the game was originally released in 2007. Like I mentioned last week, today you'd pretty much purchase this game for the story and to experience the gameplay, but for its time, it was an incredibly forward-thinking release. What's crazy is that even as impressive as Siphon Filter Logan Shadow was, it was only a small taste of all the great games to come, including the likes of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, God of War Chains of Olympus, and Ghost of Sparta, Castlevania The Dracula X Chronicles, Silent Hill Origins, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, and next week's Resistance Retribution.